Welcome to Python with Andrew, where we look at some of the basics of Python to help you learn and extend your Python skills. Today, we're going to get right into the basics of the if statement, short, sharp video. And this is the first version of the selection statement in Python, where we are allowed to make a decision. If something's true, we'll do this. And we're going to do a series of videos on the if statement, one by one, keep it nice and short. So let's jump over to the code, and you can see that I've said that the basic format of the if statement is if condition, do certain statements, one or many statements. And if you look at lines 9 and 10, you'll see the most basic form is if a variable equals some value, then do one or more actions. Mine's quite a simple one. If the weather is raining, take an umbrella, or print out take an umbrella. As you can see, at the moment, this will not run because weather is not defined. We haven't determined what the weather is. So let me put a value for weather equals raining. And so now we have if weather equals raining, take an umbrella. Nice and simple. If I run that code, exactly what you'd expect, take an umbrella. On the other hand, if I say that the weather is sunny, then you can imagine that nothing's going to be put out, okay? It just skips straight over that. So the simplest form, if the condition is true, do the following statements. Now, it's going to get much more complex with the if statement, but it's worth practicing just that, because I can have multiple lines here and have them all work together. So let me copy this down. If the weather is sunny, take a hat. If I save that and run that, and I'll clear that one, you can see that it's going to say take a hat now. And if I change the weather up here to raining and save that, clear that, and this time it's going to say take an umbrella. So what I like about the simple view of the if statement, if we make them mutually exclusive or only one will kick off, then it's nice and clear in our code like that. In fact, a lot of rule-based systems use this approach. If condition, then something else. If another condition, then something else, etc., etc. Right, so we can have multiple if statements, one after the other. We could have nested if statements, and we'll do that in another video. We also have the ability to say what happens if it's true or false. Again, we'll cover that in the future. The last thing I want to check or test is that I've said if variable equals value, but it's more general than that. It's if this condition is true, if this Boolean condition is true, and if you see my other video on the Boolean data type, you'll know that we can do many operators to say whether something's true or not. One of those operators is the equals sign. And be doubly careful, I say this a few times, double equals is when we compare two values, single equals is when we assign a value. And I'll keep reiterating that because that's one of the biggest mistakes we have. So I could actually have here, if the weather is equal to raining, or the weather is equal to cloudy. And you can see already I made the same mistake. It's double equals is equal to cloudy. Then that's going to be a bit more complex. It's going to check whether is it raining or is it cloudy. And if I clear this off, in this case, take an umbrella because it's raining. If I change this to cloudy, it will hopefully still say take an umbrella. Yes, it does. And if I change it to sunny, then of course it's not rainy and it's not cloudy. So we should have take a hat, which we do. Okay, so that's a short, sharp look at the if statement. Remember, we have if condition, then certain actions. The syntax is there. And the condition can be simple. It can be complex. And as we'll see, it'll get more and more complex as we do more and more projects. That's how we should start. Just practice the if statement and look for the next videos on the if and the else statement together. So thanks for that. Remember to subscribe if you're enjoying these videos or pass them on to some friends. That would be great. Thanks again and have a great day.